a trendsetter. Flashbacks for us, remind these people, bro. Start putting them video, start reminding them, bro. I've been wanting to see them. Even some of them black shows, bro. Put them joints back out, please, bro.
Nah, I got you. I got you, good brother. So look, let the people know your new handle, because you used to be called the Dark Skin Drake. What's your new handle, man?
Yeah, I'm going now. I got a channel, cloud chasing at an all-time high. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tap in with you too, Rick, because you know what I mean. I remember you was in the little school back in the day, trying to help the people get their channels up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tap in with that, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Trying to go full time with it, man.
Got you. Look, this is what you do. Reach out, because we still doing the co-host thing. Reach out to MREC TV cohost7@gmail.com. That's me letting other people who got channels co-host with me on my show, and then you can take the content and put on your page. You know what I mean? So lock in with that.
Yeah, I think with that. Shout out to what you're doing with your boy Troy.
Yeah, that's the
boy. Like I see what you. Yeah, that's nice. When the next episode of that coming out?
Oh, that'll probably be dropping later. Matter of fact, and we gonna probably be doing a live later too. So shouts to Troy Ave, the whole Facto show and all that. The Trenches, Real Ones, John Juan and all that. That's family. We're gonna do a live later, maybe like after 8 today.
Is your credit under 600? Do you do a lot of side gigs? Are you in need of a solution? If so, sign up for Kickoff. The basic plan starts at just $5 a month. Here's how it works. Make your first payment and Kickoff starts reporting to all 3 credit bureaus, which can mean stronger credit fast. If your credit's under 600, you could jump like 25 points in your first month. And the best part, there's no credit check, no hidden fees, no interest. A $750 reported trade line without a credit check was a game changer for me. So you can get the car, repairs, and whatever else you need to keep it in gear without breaking the bank. You don't have to be an expert. Kickoff makes it simple. That's why I recommend it to anyone who works like me. Download Kickoff and start building credit today.
Add a little. Go, go, go. Tall and proud, under control. And it is easy.
I went to the dentist, did an x-ray when he...
I definitely want to be tapped into that.
Nah, it's all good. Matter of fact, everybody go get Troy Ave new album. You heard? God is Great and the Paper Straight, May 2025. That's the
Y'all feeling that brand too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to give me one of them goodies and stuff like that.
No doubt. Go to the website.
I'm feeling that brand.
Yeah, go to his website, but all the information on his YouTube, man. Everybody subscribe. YouTube.com/Troy Ave BSB. Alright? So
my last question, Rick. Cool. Back to what I was originally saying. Take Diddy out the equation of hip hop. How does hip hop look in New York without Diddy, bro? I'm gonna get off on that. Just let me know.
I mean, we're gonna speak on that. I got you. I like that. We're gonna build on that. I got you. So check it, hit me up, y'all. And I'm gonna go through all the layers of why we here.
All right, the day is officially Thursday morning, May the 22nd. Yesterday was Biggie's birthday, and Monday was Malcolm X's 100th birthday. And, nobody for real talked about it on the news. And then it seemed like they forgot on Monday and started talking about them on Tuesday. But let me give a shout out to what's that? W 180 89.3, which is a public radio station, and they did a whole special on Malcolm X and was hearing a lot of his speeches and whatnot. Let me pull up something, But you know what was cool? I got some information on Malcolm X's mother, and we're going to get into it right now because it's so appropriate. And you're going to listen to it, and I'm going to give you some visuals right now. Let's go.
that Malcolm X's mother spoke 4 languages, was a Pan-African activist, and was institutionalized for 25 years for being too black, too proud. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't teach you that in school. Before the world knew Malcolm, there was Louise Little, the real revolutionary. She was a fearless Garveyite, a brilliant strategist, and a woman who taught her babies to walk in power long before they could even pronounce the word liberation. Born in Grenada in 1894, her story started with trauma. Her grandparents were kidnapped from West Africa, but they were rescued by British Navy and forced into indentured labor. Her mother Edith was raped by a white Scottish man. From that act of violence, Louise was born. But Louise turned that pain into purpose. She was fluent in English, French, Creole, and patois. She was educated, strategic, and she refused to bow. When she moved to Canada and joined Marcus Garvey's UNIA, she found her calling to build up the race one household at a time. She married Earl Little, a bold black preacher from Georgia, and together they traveled the Midwest, spreading Garvey gospel of black nationalism, land ownership, and self-sufficiency. But that kind of Marcus Garvey's UNIA, she found her calling to build up the race one household at a time. She married Earl Little, a bold black preacher from Georgia, and together they traveled the Midwest, spreading Garvey gospel of black nationalism, land ownership, and self-sufficiency. But that kind of power, it scared folks, especially when it came from a black couple teaching other black folks to think freely. They weren't hurting anybody. They were minding their business, trying to unify their people, and the Klan came for them in Omaha. They had to keep moving to Milwaukee, to Lansing, because everywhere they went, their message of self-sufficiency made enemies. In 1929, their home was burned down by white supremacists. Then in 1931, Earl was killed, run over, and mutilated by a streetcar. Louise knew better. She said that the Black Legion, a Klan-affiliated white supremacist group, killed him. But the police, they ruled it a suicide. And guess what? The insurance company refused to pay out his life insurance policy. One of them ruled that it was a suicide. The other one claimed that the death was an accident. Either way, she got nothing. A widowed mother of 8, starving, grieving, and still she refused to let the system win. But the system had another play. Welfare workers didn't like her resistance. She wouldn't beg. She wouldn't lower her standards. She demanded dignity, and they labeled her crazy. So in 1938, they took her children and they locked her away in a mental institution for 25 years. Why? Because she was too proud, she was too educated, and she was too unapologetically black, because she refused to raise her children under the foot of white supremacy. But her children never gave up on her. Malcolm, along with his siblings, worked tirelessly to secure their mother's release. In 1963, after 25 years of institutionalization, Louise was finally free. She spent the remainder of her life surrounded by her family, living in Michigan until her passing in 1989. But Louise wasn't just Malcolm X's mother. She was the blueprint. She taught him to love blackness. She taught him to speak boldly. She taught him that we come from kings and queens, not criminals in chains. Her story is our story. It's about how strong black women are policed, punished, and pathologized for doing what any other woman would be praised for, and that's protecting her children and fighting for her family's future. Louise Little is a revolutionary matriarch, and every time we rise, build, and resist, we also carry her name. So today, we honor her, but not just because she gave birth to Malcolm, but because she gave birth to a movement. Now drop a black fist in the comments and share it with someone who needs to hear this Black History gem.
Wow. You telling me they put this lady in a sane asylum, really just locking her away for 25 years? Are you serious? So that's why he was so resilient and so rebellious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it makes sense now. You know, it was bigger than just the movement. It was personal. 89.3 yesterday played the speech, The Ballad or the Bullet by Malcolm X. So that's what I was listening to. This is a speech about police brutality. I'll just give you a little snippet.
Or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go
This is in the
to the
60s.
root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in hate. We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you? And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromise and sweet talk. Stop sweet talking it. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire and burn down.
This AI tool will take your idea.
Like I said, they locked his mother away for 25 years after they killed his father and wouldn't pay his mother their life insurance because apparently if you kill yourself, which is committing suicide, insurance don't pay you. Did you know that? That's to this day at this time. You know what I'm saying? That's in this day and in this time. If you take your own life, insurance will not pay you. Remember that. All right. Yesterday was Biggie Small's birthday. Gene Deal and Paper Chaser was reminiscing about some Biggie moments, and Gene Deal was reminiscing about how when he knew Biggie became a star. Let me get you a little bit of that. That was real cool. When he knew Biggie was a star.
She's about 17 years old, bro. Looking like a grown-ass woman. From around the world, from Greece to Rome, everybody studied in Timbuktu. Why are we out? Preston did something, Naughty by Nature had did something. Pulled this nigga out the car and I knew he was dead. Yeah. You understand? This nigga made hit records that I'm gonna hear for the rest of my life. You understand? It's a difference, bro. You know, I've had homeboys, I've had dudes I grew up with, I got dudes that I played kickball with, basketball with, baseball, football, tag, you know what I'm saying? As dudes that I've been with as kids, and they have left here and went on to the new world or the other world, that it still don't have the impact that it has on you when you sit on stage, and you've been on stage with practically one of the greatest rappers of all time. Facts. You know, being a college basketball player, playing pro-am and everything, you hear people cheering and crowding for you, but you heard that energy because you was on stage with Notorious B.I.G. and you felt the energy from the crowd. I didn't even know that type of energy exists. Yeah. And I've heard, listen to me, bro. I've heard people cheering on the basketball floor, on the basketball court, and the crowds erupting and shit like that. But that energy I felt from the stage by being with Big, my man, I never ever felt that in my life before. You understand? It's crazy, bro, because I never recognized him as being a star like that until I was on stage with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? We was in Cleveland. Him and Lil Steve was in, I'm looking at him in the back, because I'm on stage already. So he got to walk this way. He had death threats and everything. You understand? So Pop was like, yo, G, go on stage with Big, man. Make sure he good. So I said, all right, cool. So then he had death threats. So, and we in Cleveland, bro. So I'm watching backstage. I'm looking like this, waiting to see he was going to come out. And he on the microphone, right? He on the microphone, bro. And he going, I said, what, this nigga about to have a heart attack or something? But he's on the microphone going,
Christopher Wallace.
And him and I look in the back, him and Lil Steve is warming up to come on stage, and they doing the Kid and Play dance. I said, I ain't know that nigga dance like that. They was doing the Kid and Play dance. That shit was funny and motherfucker. And so then,
well, see, that's some memories right there. Because you don't envision Biggie dancing.
That one shit. Yo, and that nigga was like that. And then that nigga came out, he just came out stage real quick. Like he was almost running, bro. And he go, who the fuck is this? Placing me at 546 in the morning, crack of dawn, now I'm yawning, like the cold out my eye. Yo, the stage there. Woo! Yo, it was so furious, bro. When that shit almost knocked me back, that roar was like, woo! Yeah. This nigga is a star. Yeah! This nigga is a star. Yo, having that feeling, I would never ever forget that shit in my life. Yes, Big. And Big giving me that right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's giving me that right there. So, and I've said this 1,000 times, by him sitting down, telling me his life story, telling me all the plans he had, telling me all his dreams, ain't nothing these niggas could say, ain't nothing these niggas could do, you know, to make me believe or make me think I didn't do the right thing by coming out and letting everybody know about this nigga Diddy. Facts. You did the right thing. Facts. Happy fucking birthday, the notorious one. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yo, it's a fucked up thing that you ain't here, bro, but you here. You gonna get your justice, and you gonna let the world know. And the world will know, bro. You understand? Because can't nobody stop what God got planned.
You are rocked up. Thicker.
It's only right. It's only right.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack the dawning, now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. It's my nigga Pop from the barber shop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. The niggas wanna stick me like fly paper, neighbor. Slow down, love, please chill, drop the paper. Remember them niggas from the hill up in Brownsville that you rolled dice with? Under the got dice with? Yeah, my nigga Fame up in Prospect. Nah, them my niggas, nah, love wouldn't disrespect. I didn't say them, they schooled me to some niggas that you knew from back when you was clocking minor figures. Now they heard you blowing up like nitro when they wanna stick the knife through your windpipe.
Happy birthday, Big.
I got the Mac, nigga, tell me what you gonna do. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. 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 They heard about the Rolexes and the Lexus with the Texas lights on side of the state. They heard about the pounds you got down in Georgetown, and they heard they got half of Virginia locked down. They even heard about the clip that brought your mom up in Florida, the fifth coroner, called the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rockwellers by the door, and I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals. Trying to drop my decimals. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya, see your picture. Now they want to grab their guns and come and get ya. Bet your Biggie won't slip. I got the calico with the black talents loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligaments. Put the fuckers in the bad predicament with all the foul niggas went. Touch my cheddar, fill my Beretta. Fuck what I'ma hit you with, your motherfuckers better duck. I bring pain, blood stains on what remains of his jacket. He had a gun, he should've packed it, cocked it. Extra clips in my pocket, so I can reload and explode on your asshole. I fuck around and get hardcore. C4 to your door, no beef, no more, nigga. Feel the rough, scared the lust. The more weed smoke I puff, the more dangerous. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Papa come for you? I'm not running, nigga. I bust my gun in. Hold on, I hear somebody coming.
Happy birthday, Big. We're gonna close it out like that, man. I'm watching the Nick and the Indiana Pacer game. That jump was going back and forth. I don't know who won. I had my family tape it because I was at work and I got home and I'm watching the recording. Why the recording go off like when it went into overtime? So they playing the game back and it's in the third quarter. So I'm gonna go finish watching that to see who won the game. My son wouldn't tell me who won the game. So I'm like, you a wild boy. I'd like to say props to my son. He should have been coming out of Townsend this year, but he switched his major to IT from music major. You know, he was learning to be a performer, a classical music major, and he was trying to teach. And but you know, we're living in a tech society, and that's where the money at. So he came home to go to PG Community, and you know, he finished all his electives, and now he's into the major of IT when he go back in the fall. So He did his thing with the grades, so we rewarded him, with a car, and a little Nissan Altima, you know what I'm saying? And it passed the inspection. He got his tags, and it's just a beautiful day right now because it's a new chapter in his life. He's driving now. We was paying Uber $600 within a month to get him back and forth to school. And now it's only going to take probably $40 for 2 weeks in his tank because he got a 4-cylinder to get him to school and home. You know what I'm saying? $40, $600. 40. Come on, bro. I say, bro, we got to curb this $600. You got to hurry up and get your grades right so we can put you in a car. And he did that. So I see his maturity, his growth, and he gonna be all right down the line, because I've been really pouring into him and staying on his neck, and keeping him doing what he need to do, and let him know the world don't care about you. So get your discipline and your focus. Get your strength from home. So when you go out in the world, you equipped to deal with whatever life throw at you. And I just give him gems to, really stand on. Get good friends around you. When you start dating your little ladies, because you're going to be a brother that is going somewhere in life. So you're going to have a lot of young ladies trying to, choose you. But you choose who's going to be compatible with you. Not just compatible, but who's going to reciprocate whatever that you can bring and offer in a relationship. It's a must. You get it in return. We're not doing nothing one-sided no more. If you're not equipped to be in a relationship, then you won't be in a relationship until you're ready. Do it make you a bad person? No. You're just not ready. Until you get ready, then you be by yourself. But what you're not going to do is come into somebody's life and reap the benefits of somebody that the sacrifice or is sacrificing, working hard, and you just come in and just enjoying stuff. And then when, all the resources gone, or, the relationship hit a bump in the road, then that person that's really the slacker in the relationship, and I'm talking about a man or a female, I'm telling the kids coming behind me, it's not worth getting in a relationship with somebody that's not pulling their own weight. Because I feel when the relationship hit a hard bump in the road, it's easy for that person to just walk away because they never invested nothing into the relationship. Somebody that is going to fight for their relationship is because they're fighting for their investment. So if you don't invest in your relationship, it's easy for you to just leave. So don't get nobody that have nothing to invest. They just see you winning, and because they're beautiful, they got big tits, big ass, or they trying to give you their loving, that pose will draw you in. Let's understand we got options as men and as women that's on their game. You got options. Just be disciplined and focused. Take your time. There's no rush. Your equal is out there, and not even an equal, but somebody that's ready to offer you what you're offering them, and make that the bar. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, if you papered up, you got some money and you want to share your wealth, and you deal with somebody that's, you know, less than, or somebody that just not rolling like you, and you okay with it, okay, more power to you. But you can't complain when something go left, because I done told you, and I'm telling you now, you know, it's cool to be a friend to that person, and not no intimate friend. You just be a cool friend to them, because that person that's not ready, that want to be down with you, they can get their shit together down the line. And if you're not with nobody, then they can come into the fold. It's a new day and time. You see President Trump riffing everybody, and just dismantling all the federal agencies, and you know we're living in different times. Only the strong survive, and that's always been an issue. Everybody is in survival mode. So again, don't allow somebody to come into your space that's not ready to be there, that's not ready to reciprocate what you're offering. It's just not worth it, because I just feel when the relationship is over, and you know you both move on, it's really going to hurt you that the person, male or female, that is initiating to move on so quick and in a hurry, that's the person that got everything from the relationship and did the less. That's going to really hurt you. I know from experience. It's simple as that. So let's be smart nowadays in the dating game or in the relationship game. Set the bar high of what you want in a relationship. And whatever you can bring to the relationship, it need to be reciprocated. And no more, no less. And you build from that point on. No man should be taking care of no woman, and no woman should be taking care of a man. You supposed to take care of each other. The notion of a man supposed to take care of a woman, that came from back in the day when women didn't work. The men went out and earned the living and brought the money home. So not only was he taking care of his woman, he took care of his household and his family. So that's where that whole notion come from. And it's not like that no more. We're in 2025. Women work, women are educated, and women make a big salary. So therefore, join in the game and join in the survival part of allowing life to be good for each party. Basically, go make your money and I go make my money, and we put our money together and we win it. We're strong together. We're stronger together. Don't put all the responsibility on the brother, and a man don't put all the responsibility on a lady. Now, granted, because men are men, we're made to be leaders and strength, and we're stronger. At the end of the day, we're gonna do more in some kind of capacity. And what I mean by that is, you should take the bulk of the bills. If not, you and your lady do half. You're going to do the maintenance on the car. You're going to fix everything in the house. You know, so you want to go above and beyond, you know, because that's our leadership role. We're the strength, the protector we're the protector, the provider, and we care for our family. It's something else. Protector, provider, and it's something else. But let's just say protector, provider, and you care for your family. You watch over your family. You care over your family. So that's our role in general. But I hear women say things like, it's your job to take care of me because you're a man. So I say to that, it's your job to take care of me, and it's my job to take care of you. It's our job to take care of each other. It's not one-sided. So get up off of that. If I need you to work and bring some money home, then that's what I need you to do. If my money's strong that you don't have to work, then you don't have to go out and work. But I don't expect you to be lazy either. I want you to start a business or something. You know, you just can't be a bump on the law, whether we got money or not. You have to be active and creative and be building wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because if I go down sick and I'm the breadwinner, the ship got to continue. We can't lose everything we work hard for. You get what I'm saying? So we need to be thinking on the lines of that. The days of, oh, he cute, he built, he got nice hair. The days of, oh, she fine, she got a fat butt, she got big titties, the pussy good. Ain't not, that's passe. We're not on that no more. We on, are we compatible? And can we reciprocate to each other whatever we can bring in a relationship, whatever I can bring in a relationship and whatever I can offer, can you reciprocate that? That's where we at now. And if you can't, it's not a deal breaker. You could be my friend, but you can't be my woman. Or you can't be my guy, you know, if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's what it is. Wait and be patient and find who trying to exist in that space with you. That person is out there. You just do the weed out process. And the weed out process is just simply asking people, what is your preference? What is your expectation in a relationship? Do you plan to be single? Do you like being single? And if so, okay, that's not the guy or the girl for you because they want to be out there playing the field. Now, if someone's saying, no, I would desire to have a relationship that's beautiful, well, what's your expectation? What does that look like? And let's see, do I fit that narrative? And then I need to give you mine, my expectations, my preference. So now you're trying to figure out, do you both fit in that space with each other? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, that's just from my experience at this day and time in my life. And who I'm married to now, we exist in that space together. We both on the same page and we winning. That's all I'm saying. You know, let's stop losing in relationships now because we choosing wrong. You know, let's go off of, are we a good fit? Because this is what I can offer. This is what I can give you. Now, can you give me that back in reciprocation? And if not, It's okay. That don't mean I gotta cut off conversation or contact with you. It's just that I won't deal with you on that level trying to pursue you as my significant other because I can't. Because you can't reciprocate what I'm able to offer, whatever that is. And that's why people need to talk and communicate. You know what I'm saying? Sit and talk and have conversation and get to know who you trying to make your family. Simple as that. So you know what you're getting into. How many brothers you got? How many sisters you got? Is your daddy living? Your grandma living? Your grandparents living? You need to know all that. It ain't a game. You know what I'm saying? When you make somebody family, you're making their family family. Simple as that. And you want to know if you like them people or not, or if you want to like them or not. It's serious. But it ain't difficult because all you got to do is take your time and communicate. Everything else, trust me, will fall into place. You feel me? And that's just what it is, you know? Let me see what's the score, y'all. All right, so 121 to 124. I think New York is up, but they're going to tie it at 125. That's where the recording went off at, so I'm watching it over. You know, so the game is getting ready, coming down to the wire with 13 seconds left. So, yeah.
Tell you something else before I read the super chat. If you ain't never been on stage, say, yo, it's a fucked up thing that you ain't here, bro, but you here. You gonna get your justice and you gonna let the world know. And the world will know, bro. You understand? Because ain't nobody stop what God got planned. Facts. And I'm gonna tell you something else before I read this super chat. If you ain't never been on stage with like 30,000 people in the crowd, you don't know what that energy feels like. I know exactly what you talking about, bro. If you in the crowd and you never been on stage in front of like 30, 50,000 people, you don't know what he talking about. I've been on stage with the same stage, Jeezy, Gucci. I done been on stage before and I know that energy, and that's a whole different type of energy, y'all. It ain't like no basketball game. That's a different energy. When you get on stage and there's 30,000 people looking in your direction and they cheering and they enjoy, that's a different energy, bro. So I know exactly what you're talking about, my nigga. Go ahead and read that super chat, Gene.
Where's that? I don't see it, bro.
It's on the. It says, "Rest in peace, King of Rap." You don't see it on the screen, bro?
Okay. You said super chat.
Yeah, that's a super chat on the screen, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
R.I.P. King of Rap.
Oh, damn, I took it out. Hold on.
Look at you, man.
Go ahead.
R.I.P. King of Rap, Biggie Smalls. Thanks, Gene, for them stories. Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Nah, Gene, that was a good story you just told, Gene, because I felt the energy when you told the damn story, the way Biggie ran out like, boy.
Yeah, man, he right.
Boy.
Yo, and he was like this. Yo, bro, wish you could see me. He was like this. Well, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
5:46 in the morning. Crack, yo, man, that shit done. I feel that same energy today when every time I tell that story, when I tell that story about that, man, that nigga, yo, and I was on that tour with him, the Al Heyman and shit like that. It was crazy. That tour was crazy, bro. Jodeci, it was, Treston did something, Naughty by Nature had did something. From that Flavor Unit tour, man, that shit was off the chain.
Hey, Gene.
Huh?
Hey, Angie B in the crowd say I felt the energy too. Gene, you just told that story so good, bro. A lot of people in the crowd felt that energy when Biggie ran on stage. I swear to God, bro, the way you explained it, bro, everybody feeling the same energy you felt. Shout out to Angie B. Go ahead.
Y'all just reading something else. Gene had an amazing memory of the best energy. The thing. Yo, that's because Gene wasn't doing drugs. Gene wasn't drinking. Gene wasn't doing all that crazy stuff that all them other niggas was doing. They do it every day. Yo, every day. I don't care what people do when they get grown. When you get grown and you didn't got your kids through school, you didn't did what you're supposed to do as a parent. You did what you're supposed to do as an adult. You know what I'm saying? If you want to drink every day for the rest of your life, that's your business. If you want to smoke every day for the rest of your life, that's your business. But it's a time and it's a place for everything, bro. It's a time and a place for everything.
I helped over 10,000 scoliosis patients avoid potential surgery. And here's the dangerous truth about traditional treatment methods that most people don't know. You see, most people diagnosed with scoliosis are told just to watch and wait, to see if things will just get better. The problem is that it doesn't get better, and more than likely it gets worse. And when it does, you're left not only with more problems, but also fewer options for your treatment. Then eventually you're facing the only option, which potentially could be surgery.
Shout out to Shelva TV. Shelva TV said he was in front of 100,000 people. Bro, I know exactly what that energy feels like. Shelva TV. Go ahead, Gene. My bad.
It's okay. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, I'll be ahead of the curve. That's a fact.
And you can see it. You go back and look at the legendary cats, like in the 40s and the 30s. Pay attention. Look up. Now I understand where them hairdos come from back in the day. Now you know that. The slick Viper and the Jerry curl. Come on, man.
That's a fact, my brother.
Great.
I appreciate it.
Doing your thing. I'm listening. I'm just laughing. Because really and truly, it's funny to a certain extent. But it's really sad, man.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad, bro.
Definitely.
It's like I always said, all kinfolk.
Like, share, subscribe to today's Streets Friends podcast.
Most of it was written on. Because he used to shoot videos and stuff. So he knows somebody, he know him like know him.